that can play Biscal Aria while you have the Temple of Inquisition in this slot. So Biscal Aria gives a slight edge to his list, because then he's the one who can apply pressure to you. Even
no, but I mean, most of the time we're playing like basically the same list, so like whoever gets more card draw usually should be able to win. I think this turn I play Priestess and don't banish the Falcon, because it's really bad to use my turn 3, I think.
The scripture is better. I mean, sure, it's counterintuitive to play Blackened Scripture instead of Priest, but you have to think about the next turn. So if you play the Blackened Scripture now, the next turn you can play the Priest Priestess, evolve it, and kill the Tiger. While if you play the Priest Priestess now, then he will just throw out either his Falcon or his Blackened Scripture, and then you are left without the turn 4, and you want to stop his aggression at all costs. So if you want to make sure that you will survive till the later turns, you just have to make some stuff.
Okay, I guess this turn I play Prison Priestess and trade for the Tiger. I could also be greedy and attack the Cudgel, but I don't think that's worth it, because he will play Tea Time on 5, so it's a waste. And I also like to play Sacred Tree while I'm at it.
Yeah, it's better to kill the Tiger right now. If you would kill the Cudgel, like you said, he can play a Tea Time and already make a big board for himself, while if you trade with a Tiger, even if he would evolve the Cudgel, then he's not applying too much of a pressure to the board.
Yeah, and also as well that if you evolve the Tiger, it becomes a 6 attack, and Cudgel is only 4 after an evolve, so it's not like it's that threatening, even if you evolve it. Okay. So next turn is probably Tea Time, most of the time. I don't think there's like any other options. Like we'll see what he plays, but like most of the time I will play Tea Time next turn.
So
it looks like he will evolve the Priest, so it was a good play. Oh, that's a little bit tricky. I think I still play the Tea Time and clear both 2 drops, I think.
Yeah, just play Tea Time like set and kill the Cleric and the Heavenly Hunt. Sure, the problem is that you are on 10 HP and the next turn you're gonna be at 6, so it will give you a lot of trouble, but you have no other way.
I don't think he's playing Stormhaven necessarily, because the deck doesn't really want Proc Legs. I don't think he trumps Proc Legs usually.
Well, he doesn't need to be a Stormhaven. As long as he plays a Beast Aria and Dog Mounted, then you are in trouble later on.
Yeah, I guess so. Like the really bad outcome of this turn would be what's his face? Garuda, I think, would be like the worst card I could see.
Yeah,
okay, so
Garuda is powerful.
This turn the play is probably Snow White and Tribunal, mostly because I want to get cards out of my hand and I don't want to overdraw myself. I think that's what I would do.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Just play Tribunal and Snow White, there is no other thing you have to do. Also, you have the possibility of another March Heart Tea Time or Judge of Retribution on the later turns, so there is a lot of things that you can embrace. Like make the game stop. Of course, the bind point would be if it was the Aegis version of your opponent, and if he plays Aegis before you play Seraph, then he's just gonna win by 1 attack. That really sucks.
No, but I mean, I can't really do anything about it, so I can't really complain about it.
Okay.
I don't draw Seraph, that's just how the game is gonna go. Okay, so this turn I think I will... Oh, that's a little bit tricky. I think the place to play Curate and Evolve. There is like an argument to be made about playing like Tea Time and Tribunal also, just to have more pressure. But I think I should play Curate while I still have while I still can play it, I guess.
Yeah.
I think the place to Curate face and Evolve.
Yeah, Curate is better, because Curate prevents him from killing you with Biscalaria and Garuda. If you have these 2 cards in hand, like, I mean, there is no guarantee that he have these cards in his deck, but even if he have, then the Curate is gonna protect you from display. So Curate is actually fine. Also, his Tribunal is still on 2 counters, so it will be at 1. So unless he uses Kanda removal, then he will still have to deal with Curate. But it looks like he won't have a problem, while you still have no Seraph in your hand. That's a pity.
Yeah, I guess that's like the biggest thing here, is that I haven't drawn Seraph yet.
I mean, even if you did draw Seraph, then you only have 1 Kanda removal.
Well, sure, but I mean, if I play Seraph and after...
Yeah, it's already a clock, I know.
Yeah, it's... it would get me to being faster, but I can't really do anything at this point in the game. Okay, so I think this turn I will play Judge and Rock Cleric, because I have to dig into my deck. But I don't think that this game is really winnable at this point. I could also play a Rock Cleric and a Priest of the Cudgel as well, to get out of range. But I think I need to draw cards really badly. And it doesn't influence the clock if he does play Aegis and evolves it, because Aegis has the attack after they evolve. So the Rock Cleric doesn't influence anything.
Yeah, Frog Cleric and Priest is fine. I mean, you have not much to do. On the next turn, the Tin Soldier will pop up out of your amulets, and if he does play 1 creature that's not an Aegis, then you can remove it with the Tribunals.
And another thing as well is that I get Mobiles on board, so Tribunal is worse as well. So that's nice.
That's true.
Okay, I actually drew my Seraph. That's a little bit nice, but I wonder if I will have time to play it.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine as long as he doesn't play Aegis.
But he probably will, so. Because it looks like an Aegis deck.
I mean, it doesn't look like, but you can put Aegis in any Seraph list. Just a curve topper, just a body that's unstoppable. Because Seraph, I mean, the Aegis didn't get nerfed, so we can still run it even if it is a one-off in the lists that are not Seraph, just to make sure that you have your late game.
I think I play Seraph and pray that he doesn't have any countdown reduction. And I don't think I've been in any way in this game. But I mean, there's like no other option. Other than playing Seraph and hoping that he doesn't have any countdown reduction.
And yeah, and that you will chain in Dogma into something, right? So you can draw your Dogma and then draw the Initiate.
There are like outs, but I don't think it's like possible to win at this point. Oh yeah, he has Garuda, yeah.
If you have Garuda, then it's over.
Yeah, okay, nice.
Yeah, but that's how the game goes. Like, if you do not get your Seraph by the turn 8, then next turn is gonna be too late.
Yeah, there is like an argument to be made that this deck should run technically 3 Seraphs, but I've done like a lot of math and a lot of thinking about whether I should run like 2 Seraphs or 3 Seraphs. And the point is that sometimes Seraphs, like if you go into my stats list, the stats page, there is like an extra spreadsheet called 2 3 Seraphs, which basically sum up the probabilities of drawing Seraph depending on whether you run 2 or 3 copies. But it should be said that if you run 3, you basically reduce the probability of not drawing it by turn 8 in half. But you also increase the chance of breaking in basically drawing more than 1 against like Shadow or Blood. Drawing like 2 Seraphs is really bad.
Yeah,
so I'm not sure what like the correct number is, but I've been playing 2 Seraphs for quite a while.
I would say the 2 is fine, because of the amount of aggro decks and the decks that are curved on the moment right now on ladder. And the same goes for Aegis, that's why most of the Aegis lists right now run only 2, because the Haven got less popular with the current nerfs. I mean, before the nerfs to the Blood, the Haven was the second most popular deck, like, so the Blood was number 1, then the Haven was number 2, and you would want to have 3 Aegis in case of mirrors. Right now, after the Blood nerfs, the Haven is still popular, but it's not as popular as it used to be, and it's not as good as it used to be, because it lost Grimnir, so Grimnir is not good at all at the moment, and the Snow White, after the nerfs, is also less powerful, so Haven lost a lot of power with the last patch.
Okay, so against Dragon, I want card draw and Scripture. I don't think I keep Snow White against Dragon. I think I lost Snow White. I think I just
no, Snow White is not needed.
yeah, I think I just keep the Sacred Plea and toss everything else.
This one's for my family.
Yep, Sacred Plea only is fine. You don't need to keep a Dogma. You just want to draw
But I
your
also
Priestess or your...
Basically, any card draws that isn't Judge of Retribution, I will keep against Dragon.
Yep, Judge is also fine, but not for a keep.
Yeah. It's also like in a similar fashion. There are like also like some stats on how many like Seraph pieces you should run for different amounts, and like you can see it in a separate spreadsheet called Seraph activators. So like basically running basically the difference between running a sister of what's your name, the free mana free 2 that reduces
The Sister Initiate. That's the name.
Ah yes, that's Sister Initiate, yes. And like the difference between running her and not running her, like you can see the difference in like percentages, such things. Okay, so I think this turn I will play. Oh wow, that's surprising. I think this turn the play is Sacred Plea and Blackened Scripture, because I need to get cards out of my hand, and playing Prison Priestess will cause me to overdraw at later turn.
Right now, there is no reason for you to play Blackened Scripture. I mean, sure, it's tempting, but you want to save your Blackened Scripture for Ayala Dragon Knight. Because
it look like a deck that would run Ayala if he runs Lyrial.
well, I would say like every dragon right now runs at least one, so it's better saved than.
Lyrial in the first place. That's like.
Well, that's because Lyrial is one of the best 2-drops right now, so it might be his version like versus Mushusus. Like some of the dragons opts for Lyrial, some goes for Mushusu, but it's just because it's a 2-drop. So they have to put something in the decks after the Grimnir was cut off, because most of them cut off Grimnir. So some of them were into the lower curve, so they put Lyrials in the deck, while some put Unicas, and some of them just put Angelic Knights as a different 3-drop. Sure, it's really different, but they just want to keep their curve. And Ayala is just perfect for every kind of dragon deck, so she will do just fine.
That is very unfortunate. I guess the play is to play double Sacred Plea and take 10 damage. Because I think I'm getting memed. I'm fairly sure I'm getting memed on.
Yeah, looks like a meme to me.
Okay, I guess I'll play Sacred Plea and I guess I play both of them and don't play Dogma.
Yeah, just play both of them and pass the turn, because next turn you still have March Hard Tea Time, and the Rage Worm will get sacrificed later on. But yeah, it's already interesting one.
I'm getting memed on, I guess, yeah.
Doesn't look like Serious Dragon.
Oh my, oh wow, oh no. Oh wait, that doesn't work that way. Oh wow. I was like scared for a second there. Okay, I guess this turn is tea time and clear the board. I don't think I can keep Range Worm on the board if I have until already.
No, you
like
can't.
A high quality meme deck to me. It's like a spicy meme.
Yeah, but your March Hard is gonna deal with both of them, so that's perfect for you.
Yeah, and I also have like Pro Cleric and Curate coming up, so I should like be out of range better safe. I think this turn I will play Frog Cleric, because he will probably play some Storm Creatures. The issue here is that I will overdraw, but I can't really do much about it. I could play Dogma, I guess, but I don't really want to.
But Dogma will also like replace itself with a card, so Frog Cleric is fine. Just play Frog Cleric and attack his face. You don't care too much about overdrawing, because you got your Seraph already, so when you got Seraph there's no reason for you to play Dogma. You got Dogma, you got Healing Prayer, so you only need one piece of the puzzles to activate the Seraph on the turn 8 and turn 9.
A little bit unfortunate that I... wait, what? That I haven't like saved one of the Sacred Pleas in my hand. It's like a little bit unfortunate. Okay, I guess the play for this turn is Well, I have to remove Fort, so I'll play Scripture and Priest of the Cudgel, I think. Or another play is I could do Healing Prayer and Priest of the Cudgel as well. Both of those are like fine, I think. Because if I don't play Healing Prayer, then I will die to the second Fort, and I don't want that, I think.
Okay, so Healing Prayer is fine, but instead of Priest of the Cudgel, you can pray your Blackened Scripture and save your evolution point for the Curate, for example. Something like that.
Oh, of course. I could even like play a Dogma this turn. Oh no! Oh no! I don't. Okay.
No, there is no reason. You can use your Healing Prayer,
Yeah,
so this way you do not die to another Dragdagon Forte.
Yeah, I was like just thinking that I wanted to pop the tea time for the next turn, but it pops anyway, and I have an evolve point. Yeah, so I don't want to. So next turn is hopefully Seraph. Not. Oh no. Next turn is probably Curator, and I can win on board from there on.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
It's probably Curate, I think. Especially since he plays the second Fort.
Well, if he does play a second forward, then more likely than not.
I think I'll play Curate and roll the what's the name? Tin Soldier to deal with this thing, and Threaten Little for next turn. I think that's play.
Yeah. That's what you have to do.
I will play Seraph this game because I will probably
Yeah,
get an opportunity.
looks like Seraph is out of the question at the moment.
Yeah, and I heard him lethal, but he will probably play Bahamut because he's like slaying a dragon. But he's like playing really like.
Well, he can just kill you with Genesis Dragon right now.
Oh yeah.
So you just have to be wary that either it's your victory because you have multiple boards, or it's his victory. If he plays Bahamut, then it's totally perfect for you. You got Termin's Decree, you have ways of dealing with Bahamut.
I'm sorry. At this point, I wouldn't be like surprised to lose to what's it face like tilting at the windmills or something in this deck. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Like lose some random meme card.
But you managed to win, so it's great.
Yeah, he didn't draw his Genesis, I guess. Yeah, I guess I will play last one. I think we've been like going for like 2 hours already, so like if you want to stop anytime soon.
We can play one more. That's not a problem. Also because I had some issues with the disconnects and such, so.
Yeah, you missed like one game, I think, so it's fine. Okay, it's Haven, and against Haven I think card draw most of the time. In this hand I think I only keep Snow White, or maybe I don't even keep Snow White. I think I toss everything in this hand.
Okay, so what's second? Let's see. Okay, so we are playing versus Haven once again, so you throw out everything. You try to find your card draw.
Yeah.
We already saw like 2 matches ago what happens when you have no Seraph on the turn 8. And it was a disaster.
It was like 1 turn late, like really unfortunate. Okay. So the next turn is interesting, but I think I play Temple most of the time over Frog Cleric on turn 2. Yeah, I play Temple at this point.
Yeah, Temple is better. There is no reason for you to apply a pressure versus another Haven. Especially because you are going first, so if it's a mirror, then Seraph on turn 9 wins the game in the mirror.
Yeah. Oh well, that's not a card draw. I think I play Frog Cleric and Sacred Plea. I think it's like the most tempo I can get. I think I just play like everything I have.
Okay, it's fine to play Sacred Plea for Cleric, no problem. Like most of the cases, you wouldn't just play the Frog Cleric, but because you got this Temple of Inquisition, you'd rather trade your creatures with your opponent creatures, so make them die, counters go lower and you draw cards, so it's just like synergy.
This turn I will play Prison Priestess, I think, or Snow White, because I don't have anything else, and then to trade with Lyriel, I think, because like Unica is not, I think like trading with Burial is more relevant.
Yep. So trade with Burial.
And play Prison Priestess, I think.
Yep, Priestess is better. Because the Snow White, well, after you evolve her, she's still able to revive and go back in the board. But next turn go to March Hard Tea Time. So if you play the Priestess right now, then it will get something. Also, if you trade in the Priestess, then the Temple of Inquisition will activate. And because you're lowering amount of amulets you can draw from the deck, it's fine.
I think I will overdraw some cards, because I played Priestess, but I will overdraw like one extra card. But there's nothing
Doesn't look like at the moment. We'll see.
I think I will play Tea Time, kill the Wolf's Aerial, and kill the other Aerial.
Yep, that's true. You do not care about Unica, like Unica doesn't interfere with your win condition, so she does nothing to the Seraph. So March Hard Tea Time trades, that's okay. Also, like I said, we will probably overdraw one card, but that shouldn't be a problem at all.
I will overdraw two. If I play the Snow White, I would overdraw one. So like that's an argument for playing Snow White instead of Prison Priestess. But like you can't really know those things before the game, so like, it's not really a mistake.
As long as you do not overdraw both Seraphs, it's fine.
Well, yeah, I could see that happening. Okay, wow, that was a really close call. I think this turn I will play second Tea Time and removal of his board, I think. I unfortunately burned
The Dogma, I saw. Oh yeah, and Scripture.
No, Scripture, so like that would have been like good, but at least I didn't burn my Seraph, so that's nice, I think. So I think I play Tea Time.
Yeah, Tea Time is fine. Because once again, you will get a really nice body on the board, his cards count is getting lower and lower, and even if he does something nasty next turn, either you can play Tribunal or play Curate, and Curate will just heal you for 5, and it's gonna be cool.
I have like a lot of health, and I have 2 countdown reactions already. The unfortunate thing is that if he plays like Lion this turn, I'm screwed, basically, because I don't have damage for it.
Yeah, if he plays Lion, then it's gonna be nasty. But let's just hope he doesn't have it in his hand.
That's like the nature of the beast, I think. Crazy amazing, because it's me. Oh my goodness. I think I still play the Curate at this turn. I don't think I care about the 3-3 enough. I could play Tribunal and Snow White, that's also an option, so that I can have a Heavenly Hound next turn. But like the hope is that I can play Curate and play the Seraph next turn.
Yeah, the Curate is better. She gives you much more breathing room, because she's 5-5, so he needs something to kill her, let's say a Tribunal. But she also heals you for 5, so she doesn't give your opponent too much of an edge to deal some damage, while if you play Tribunal and Snow White, you are still on 12. So it's just better to prepare for the worst. Let's even just assume he plays a Lion and something, then the Curate can trade into it, because she's a 5-5.
Okay. This turn I trade into the Tin Soldier and play Seraph. And because I have 3 countdown reductions in hand, I can win next turn, and I don't think he will have 9 damage.
Yeah, doesn't look like he'll be able to deal 9 damage out of 8 mana, like that's not possible at all. So like I said, just play Seraph, trade the biggest creature, and be happy.
There goes the Lion. His Lion could like, double Lion, holy smokes. He played double Lion without any amulet, so that's unfortunate for him. Like he got really unlucky.
Oh, that's fine for you, then.
Yeah. I guess that's okay. I feel a little bit bad for him, because it's like he has like a double 0-cost Lions, and he can't get anything out of it.
Yeah, that's a pity, like sometimes you will break and you can do nothing about it. So that's unfortunate.
It's the same as not drawing Seraph for me.
Yeah, that's probably the same.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, even if he doesn't draw amulets and play discounted lions versus any other deck, then he's still getting a 5/5 body for the discounted price. While if you do not draw Seraph, then you have no ways to win outside of damage. And that's the other good thing about the curate, like that she is a body that can do something on the board.
Well, my game is usually like assumption. I just go to like the score reward to keep again. Are you up for last game, or should we stop for today? I'm not sure.
Yeah, we can play one more.
I think I will have to like to stop in a little bit because like 9 AM, 9 PM I mean already. So it's like a little bit late. I'll probably have to make like some dinner or something. Okay, it's a dragon craft, so I will keep my card draw. And I thought I could keep Cudgel, I think, if it's like a traditional Ram dragon.
Okay, 1 second. I'm still waiting for the hand to appear. Okay, I see. So, I mean, you can keep the entire hand. There's nothing wrong with it.
Sure.
Because
I was thinking about tossing Snow White because I don't really need it.
yeah, you don't really need it, but you can just play her on turn 2. So it's better to play subpar turn 2 than to play nothing at all. And you have Priest of the Cudgel for the turn 4. Also, Prince Snow White will just require some action, so she's not perfect, but you already got Sacred Plea, so if you have your 1-drop, then you can just keep the follow-up.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Also, like the nice thing about Snow White is that if you place, like for instance, Rahab on turn 3, you can trade the Snow White and play the banish the scripture, like it can enable scripture because a lot of dragon creatures have like higher health than attack, basically. Like a lot of them are like defensively started, such as like the Dragon Summoner, the Rahab, and the what's it is. Okay, I guess that's game. That's what you would expect from a Masters player.
Well, so he just considered, right?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. So let's just do one more.
Okay.
Again, like this one wasn't a real game.
He was like 100 points master, so like he barely became a masters player.
No, it's fine. Like from master to grandmaster is 10,000, so it's still a lot.
It doesn't like sound like that much, but like, it's probably a lot because the level of competition is a lot higher than in this run.
Okay, so
Okay,
there are like okay, so
sword,
let's just see the
Okay, sorry.
card. Yeah, let's just see the hand and then I will
Okay.
say what I wanted to see.
I think I toss everything in this hand. I don't think I can play Temple against Sword on turn 2. Against Sword, I wanted two drops a lot to contest the board. I don't really care so much about card draw because most of the Sword lists are like either neutral or really aggressive. So like I can't really keep Temple. So I guess I toss everything.
Yeah, you toss everything. Like if you had turn 1, turn 2, something like this, maybe then the Tribunal would be fine. But because you have nothing for the first turns, the Tribunal is not great at all.
It's like a little unfortunate that I'm going first in against an aggressive deck because I think in this matchup I want to go second most of the time. Generally, because I can play casual or something. Okay, so I think I play Hull this turn to contest. I think that's my play.
Hmm.
Do you agree?
So right now I would just play Heavenly Hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
That's because even if he does use Shield of Flame, then it's okay.
Because he doesn't develop anything.
Yeah, because then it's still a 1/1 on the board. And because you got Priest of the Cudgel for the turn 5 and the Miss Decree for the turn 6, it should be okay. So right now, because we have some time, what I want to say, like 10,000 doesn't sound like a lot, but you have to do it in 1 month, because if you do not do 10,000 in 1 month, then you have to spread the 25,000 like 3 months.
Oh, I
So
see, yeah.
that's the one thing. The other thing is you do not get more points. Like most of the time, all of your opponents will be masters too, so you will not get plus 150, so you will just gain plus 100 and lose minus 100, so you have to win a lot more. And right now you can lose like minus 70, gain plus 150 if you get matched versus correct opponents, so it's a little easier for to gain 10,000s before masters and after masters.
Okay, so like this turn my options are either temple or the black scripture. I think I would go greedy and play the temple because I kind of need cards, and the black scripture I can still play double scripture on next turn, and I would get my card draw faster this way.
Yep.
I want to take 1 extra damage for it. So I think it's the place.
That's correct one. Because double black and scripture is probably your play for the turn 4, like you have nothing else. You are not gonna play Priest of the Cudgel without evolution point because it's gonna be a waste. So you will tank up some damage, but the temple will draw you some cards. So it's
also
gonna be
much
fine.
damage because I only take
Yeah, it would only prevent 1 damage, so it's not that much at all.
Going to settle down. I think this turn is I still play double scripture. I don't think I play the 2 drops that I drew.
Time to settle down.
Hello?
Okay, so right now, yeah, we're just waiting to see what you draw. So you draw Heavenly Hunt. So it's still better to play Heavenly Hunt, a Scripture, and then just use one of them. Do not use double black and scripture because it's gonna be a waste later on for the more powerful creatures or something with ward. And the turn 5 you're still gonna use Priest of the Cudgel, turn 6 still you're gonna use Themis Decree. So even though the Heavenly Hand sounds weak, it's still something that he needs to trade with. So he's either not gonna evolve his frog, or he's gonna evolve the frog and strike the hunt. So you're just buying yourself a little more time with this, because the hunt is something that he have to kill with, and with the other hunt you trade.
I think I trade, yeah.
Yeah,
You
totally trade.
Down, and it's nice. Because I will draw cards on turn 6. Oh no, I'll most of the time I'll draw the cards on this turn because he will probably trade with Cudgel or something.
Yeah, we'll see. The other thing is that if you do not trade, then some of them still run Delirial as they true drop, so Delirial would totally wreck your board.
Yeah. Oh goodness gracious. I think this turn I trade with Hound and see what I get.
I'll find myself out on the road.
First, I don't think I play Cudgel because there are no targets for Cudgel. And I kind of need better options here than playing.
Yeah, first thing first, like I said, just trade with the Quick Blader and see what you're gonna draw from the temple.
Okay, I guess I will play the Tribunal because it's...
If you got the Tribunal, yeah, then totally do it.
I was like thinking about whether to play... Okay, I got I destroyed the wrong one, but that doesn't matter. I was thinking about playing Frog Cleric instead, but Frog Cleric doesn't deal with his damage, and Tribunal basically always saves me more life because it always effectively heals me for free, because he will play a card and evolve it every time, so...
Yeah, Tribunal was like 50-50% for the getting the free 4, which will be perfect.
I think I played Themis this turn because I have to deal with this problem.
It won't be long now.
Because I can't really... another play would be to play Snow White and Frog Cleric. Those are my options.
Well, right now it's really hard on you. I mean, there is not much you can do if he does have Understorm card. So your probably only option is to attack his face, throw Themis, and just hope he doesn't have Alvida, doesn't have Council of Cardinals, doesn't have Albert. Because even if you do heal with Frog Cleric, you're still gonna die to this very same things.
Yeah.
So you are just hoping that you will get lucky. Sometimes that's a pity, but that's how this matchup goes.
But he has started BMing already, so I'm probably done here. Oh no. No, I'm not done here, but I'm mostly done here. I don't have any countdown reaction and don't have... But A Dark Giant would be like really good here instead of the Curate. But I think the Curate is still the play here.
Yeah, just do a curate.
Much of an option.
Yeah, like I said, there's not much room for improvement, so just play curate and hope something's not gonna happen.
The good news is that he has 2 cards at hand, and none of those were Aldevidas or Albert, so I guess I'm not dead this turn as well, most of the time, because he only drew 1 card. So like he attacks with both, I can clear the board.
Or he can top deck something, like that's another thing, you know.
And
he only requires 2 damage, so...
Yeah, I guess so. He didn't evolve for damage. Oh my goodness me.
Oh well, just hope we will get another Themis.
Yeah, but that's not happening. I think the play here is no, not to concede. I think the play here is to play Rock Cleric, Temple, and Princess Snow White. But I'm mostly dead most of the time, I think. Because he has 3 plus 5, so he needs to damage again.
Huh?
But hopefully I can draw my Themis in time.
Yeah, like I said, you have to play your Temple, Princess, and Frog Cleric, and just hope for the best.
I think I evolve Frog Cleric in order to put more pressure.
Yeah, you evolve the Frog Cleric and go 5 into his face.
Yeah.
Like, it still doesn't matter if he does top deck, but well... Like, that's the only case where the Dark Giant would be better, because she would clear the entire board, but then once again, as long as he draws his cards that deal damage with Storm, it would be the same.
Yeah, that's true. But like, he also like didn't have any reach for the last 2 turns, so you know, I think I'm very safe. Okay, that's a good card to see here. The problem here is that like the frog can stick for like forever, and I can't really do anything about the frog. So that's a bit of a problem. It's like troubling.
Yeah, frog is a problem, definitely.
I think if I draw Themis, I should still be able to pull the off, but I don't think I will. I don't believe.
Well, right now, the good thing is that you have to trade.
Oh, I drew my Themis. So I guess I attack face and play Themis.
Yes, you do.
I could even no, there's no point in evolving as a Snow White. Okay, attack, play Themis, see what I get. Hopefully I can get a healing. No, healing prayer would save me. I would need a what's your face?
Well, just attack his face, throw it Remis, let's see what you're gonna draw. The thing is, he had no Albert, so unless he top decks Albert right now, or you are still at 2, so he can top deck any card with Storm, and you are still gonna lose, nonetheless.
But I mean, okay, he didn't, so that's good news. I think this turn I play Seraph and Scripture, because he just played a Gino. So I play Seraph and banish it and hopefully win in the next 2 turns. I think that's a play. I could also maybe play Judge and then play Cudgel and hope to win next turn. That's also an option. That's maybe a bit better because I draw with Cudgel first and see if I get any healing.
Yeah, so use Judge first, so this way you can draw your Frog Cleric, if you still have one in your deck.
Healing prayer or something. I didn't, so I play Cudgel, I think. Yes?
Yep, it's fine. So you still have ways to win the game.
I think I play Cudgel and set up lethal for next turn.
Yep, just do it.
He's like really unlucky if he doesn't draw Albert in his first 16 cards of the deck.
Yeah, he just drew like 1/3 of his deck and he didn't draw any Storm.
Yeah, that's like unfortunate for him.
Like if you win with the damage, then it's perfect.
No, no, Miss Trooper, no! Oh my goodness.
Well, he was bound to draw something sooner or later.
Yeah, okay. I guess that's how it goes. Oh well, but I mean the problem in this game is that I didn't have my Themis on time and I couldn't deal with the frogs at all. Like the frogs I think did a lot of work.
Yeah,
but, like, if I didn't draw my second Themis,
gave him a lot of edge.
Yeah. Okay, do you want to do another one, or should we wrap up for today?
Okay, so right now, like, my time is running out because I have to do some stuff. So I'd rather finish it at this one.
Okay, sure.
Do you have any other questions for the ending right now?
Yes.
Because there might be some questions that weren't answered during the time, so I can hear them now.
There was like one thing that came up earlier that that we didn't run into on later. So like I had another question, which was a specific play, which if you're playing Haven against Dirt Rune, so like they have a 2-mana 2/2 that summons itself on Earth, right? Magic Illusionist on board. Okay. Okay. Hello.
Yeah.
And I had that moment come up, and I wasn't sure if I did the right play there. So he had a Magic Illusionist on board, and he has 3 Orb Sigils on board. So I can, and he's going into his turn 6.
Okay.
And what I did at this point, I traded 3 times into the Magic Illusionist, and I used an Evolve point on tea time. In order to clear the board of all the Orb Sigils. Do you think that it's like a good play if it's turn 6 for Dirt Rune? Because I wasn't like sure, and I'm not sure if it's correct even at this point in time.
I think that depends on whatever type of rune it is and how much life do you have. But if you are in a safe spot, it's just better to do it, because let's just assume you have you're low on life. Then he's free to play his Master Mage Levi, he's free to play his Halo Golem, so these 2 will deal damage. Also, there is a Mage of Nightfall, the one with the cover,
the ambush one, yes.
Yeah, the ambush one. So if you have no tools to deal with this one, it alone can deal a lot of damage. But the Earthright rune, like, there is a lot of cards with Earthright. There is a Professor of Taboos, there is Calamitous Curse, there is the other one that's banishes minions or changes them into the Clay Golems, the Petrification. So it's totally fine to get rid of the Magic Illusionist. Like all of the Earth Sigils. The thing is, maybe they will run out short of the Earth Sigils, because if they do not, then if you do not banish the Illusionist, he will just get infinite value. He will just keep sacrificing his Sigils for the Illusionist. Also, some of the Sigils can be the new Witch Cauldron, so he will keep drawing cards, which is not something you want.
Well, but I mean, in general case, let's say that there are no Witch Cauldrons, and like that I'm expecting a Professor of Taboos or Levi on turn 6. So in general, I think I should clear his Orb Sigils in this case.
Yes, you should. If you are able to do it via Magic Illusionist, then it's okay. Also, the thing you have to consider with Seraph, you just want to survive. And the Magic Illusionist, if you can get rid of him as fast as possible, because the thing being, even if you do your Themis or your removals, he's gonna stick to the board, he will be sticky. So he will chip your life total little by little, like dealing 2 damage, then dealing 2 damage, and this damage will accumulate throughout the fight, so it's just better to get rid of him if you are able to. So it's a fine decision.
Okay. I guess that's about it, because there were like I had a couple questions about forest decks, but I don't think we will really see a lot of forest, so I don't think I should go for those questions. So I guess that's about wraps up for today.
Okay, so if Forest gets popular, then maybe, but right now, like I said, Forest is not seeing too much of a play. There's not too much Forest on the ladder, and the deck is not powerful, so even though learning how to play Forest right now is not gonna give you any results on the ladder and such.
Okay, so I guess thank you for your guidance, and hopefully we can do another one of those sessions later in this week, if you're up for it.
Yeah. I will just message you on Discord. So probably tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, or on weekend, depends on when you are free, and I will know my schedule tonight. So like I said, I will send you a message when I'm free, and we can talk it out.
Okay, sure. Thank you, and I guess have a nice day.
Yeah.
What remains of it, at least.
Yeah, it's like 8 p.m. here, so it's starting tonight, but yeah, you too. Have a good day. So, see ya.
Okay, see you around.
Okay, so that would be it for the current session. So if you have any questions, just feel free to send them on fanpage. If you are watching on Facebook, then well, just send a message on Facebook. If you are watching on the what was it called? If you're watching on Twitch, then you have the fanpage link on the Twitch. And if you want to sign up for the Begum University project to apply either as a coach or as a player, then just go to the Begum Discord and try it out there. So see you around, and that will be it for today. Another Begum session will be tomorrow, something like 7 PM, with the trainee, with the Ariel, the one who was there on the stream like couple of times. So probably meme decks for tomorrow. We'll see. Anyway, see ya and have a good day.